Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Mezco 112 Collective Golden Age The Joker. I ordered this from Mezco.com. It finally arrived today, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, old school Golden Age Joker. Kind of has a Conrad Veidt vibe to him from The Man Who Laughs the film. That symbol here, the Joker classic logo. You can see a bunch of comic panels on the right. Old school Joker, and I love it. The top, 112 Collective. The side, Joker's face. Other side, same thing. At the back, we have a ton of accessories, interchangeable parts, and different looks. At the bottom, there is a barcode, if that somehow helps anybody. So with no further ado, let's open it up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. Comes with quite a bit of cool stuff. We've got 8 interchangeable hands, totaling 10 different hands. He has a total of 3 heads, which has interchangeable hair pieces, a hat, a belt, spring-loaded belt buckle, a police badge, acid coming out of that badge, a newspaper, a baggie, and display stand to hold all those accessories. Before I deal with all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is the Joker based off the old school Golden Age comics of the 40s and 50s. I like that a lot. I do prefer the modern looks, the more traditional modern looks, but I love all incarnations of Batman. Golden Age is pretty much the source where everything came from, and this guy looks great. Decked out with accessories, cloth soft goods, whole 9 yards. Let's take a closer look. He has that very exaggerated face. Eyebrows, very big giant smile. It's just the traditional epitome of what Joker is and looks like. He's got sort of a black little bow tie, green shirt underneath, purple vest, purple jacket, that should be removable, purple gloves. You can see the jacket tail down here. It does, I feel like, have a bendy wire inside of the jacket. Excellent. Purple sort of striped pants. Looks good. Dress shoes. Very pleased so far. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. Such an exaggerated jaw. It is just like the old school comics. Totally digging it so far. And then here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with the boring stuff. We have this little baggie. Little Ziploc bag. Says Mezco, and I appreciate that because there are a ton of accessories and it's nice to have somewhere to keep them all. Now for his display stand. It comes in 2 separate pieces. When put together, it looks like this. We have sort of a teal base, it says the Joker. Then we have this post here at the bottom. It can rotate. It is also hinged. And one to keep coming out. Hinge at the bottom, hinge in the middle, hinge near the top, rotation at the top, and it has this clamp to hold your figure. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 10 of them, 4 left hands and 6 right hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists, and I will admit, with his jacket off, his head seems far too big. Here's his second pair of hands. Both of them have the fingers outstretched and extended. And his third pair of hands. This is a pair of default hands. They would look good relaxed at his sides. And his next pair of hands, his right hand looks like a grabbing hand, and his left hand is a gripping hand with a very small grip. And he has 2 additional right hands. They both have tricks to them. This one is holding a Joker card. And here's his last right hand. This one has that infamous hand buzzer with electricity coming out of it. Now let's look at his heads. He has 3 of them. One with a regular expression, but still a big smiling mouth. The next one has sort of side eye going on. And then we have one laughing and the eyes are shut. And then each one has a slightly different hairpiece, and it's interchangeable between all the different heads, giving you a ton of different looks. Here's a look at his first head. This one has the most normal expression, although there's not very much normal about this. And this is the hairpiece intended to go with this head. And I'm going to show you all 3 different hairpieces on this head, and then I'll show you all 3 heads as they are intended. And here's the second hairpiece with this head. Main difference is it's got the sort of little bit of hair to the side there. Here's his third piece of hair. This one has the hair combed a little bit to the side instead of straight back. Here's his second head. This one has some serious side-eye going on. And here's his third head. This one looks like he's laughing hysterically. Now let's look at his jacket. It's a purple, sort of suit coat. It's got a long sort of tail at the back, a little bit darker on the inside. It has a bendy wire that goes up and down the entire thing, so you can sort of have it sticking up. I do prefer them with the jacket on, but it's nice to have two different options. Here's the Joker with the jacket off, and here he is with the jacket on. Just want to make a couple more comments about the bendy wire in his jacket. It is very well done. It looks very nice and flush by now. Everything's laid down flat. But if you're moving around, lifting up the arms, playing with the figure, things get a little bit in disarray. And personally, I prefer to see it flush. The wire in there just sort of pressed down along the body. And it does a very nice job of laying flush. His jacket is not the easiest thing to take on and off, but if you keep tugging on it, you can get it to look very nice and snug and just in the right places. And the wire helps a lot. Here's his hat. Nice little fedora. It looks just about freaking perfect. It's got the black stripe around there. Perfect shade of purple. And it'll go on top of his head. You do have to take the hair off, but it will make the hat fit very securely. And then here's this Joker with the hat on. Does seem like maybe it's a little bit too high on his head. Just a tad. Then we have his utility belt. Yes, Joker made a utility belt to stop Batman because Batman would always stop Joker with tricks out of his utility belt. It is just such campy golden age comics. So, it's utility belt, very similar to Batman's, capsules all around it, and a Joker logo on the front. And then it has this spring-loaded belt buckle. Here's a look at the Joker wearing that utility belt. And he has this interchangeable belt buckle with a spring-loaded buckle to launch at somebody. And it really looks like if he still has this after 4 hours, he should probably go to the emergency room. Golden Age Joker is approaching a Dick Grayson Robin. Robin says, no. It just looks all kind of inappropriate. Now to look at his police badge and a little bit of acid that comes out of it. So he has this police badge. It's pretty small. It'll attach to his shirt. And then you have this little bit of acid coming out of it, which is transparent and is a really cool effect. I'm sure that was from a comic book in the Golden Age, but personally I would much rather be a flower. Here's Joker with that police badge. He's officially a police officer. He is now sworn in. And then, with the acid coming out of that police badge, it's a very cool effect. And finally, we have this newspaper. It's old school Gotham Gazette. Joker still at large. Looks really cool. Actually opens up. And there's tons and tons of different pages. It actually comes apart like a real newspaper. Gotham Mayor, ready for another term. Gotham's economy in shambles. Goes on and on. Very cool. I actually really like this. It can be very useful. Halloween, and then the classified ads. Very cool accessory. Here's a look at the Joker holding the newspaper. The Joker is still at large. Now that I've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.4 inches tall, which can translate to just over 16 centimeters. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, he can rotate side to side. He can look up about that far, down about that much. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders, ball joint goes out about this far, a little bit restricted. There we go, a little bit more. 90 degrees. Can go up all the way. They did a very nice job of balancing the tightness of the clothing and giving articulation. Very good job. He's got a bicep cut below that. Doesn't feel like a little bit of forward and back motion on the shoulders, just a tiny bit. Double jointed elbows, they go all the way in. His wrist can rotate and it's hinged as well. His torso, he's got a ball joint inside, it's right under my thumb. Rotate around, forward and back a little bit. Another one in his waist. Rotate around, forward and back. Legs, They go out about this far, a little bit restricted for the pants. There is rotation at the thigh. Legs are forward that far, back not at all. Double jointed knees. It's got green sort of socks, I guess. And his ankles, forward and back. Rotate. Tilt, rock, at least a little bit. Here's a look at this Golden Age Joker, holding up his Joker card. And here he is, offering you a handshake. Put her there, buddy. Now let's check him out. Next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Mezco figures. Here's Mezco's Golden Age Joker, next to the modern Joker. Both very nice figures. And here, next to the Clown Prince of Crime version. Then, with Mezco's Gotham by Gaslight Joker. Here are all the Mezco Joker figures that I have. I have 4 of them. There is a 5th one that I don't have, and I'm still kind of burned that I didn't get that one. It's the modern Joker deluxe version with a trench coat. And I'm technically still on the wait list for that item, although I know I'll never actually get it from Mezco. If anyone knows where I might be able to get one for a reasonable price, please let me know. That's something I've wanted for a while. Here's the Joker next to the Mezco Golden Age Batman. Both blue and gray and black and gray. Personally, I think I prefer the blue and gray version, but they're both really nice releases. And then, of course, you have the Joker next to the Golden Age Batman and Robin. And here's the Golden Age Joker next to the Golden Age Two-Face. Here's Mezco's entire Golden Age collection. Batman, Robin, Joker, and Two-Face. They could definitely do Catwoman, the Penguin, and the Riddler, and I hope they do. Here's the Joker next to Mezco's Harley Quinn figures. And here, next to a Mezco Pennywise, here's the Joker with some other Mezco Batman figures. And here he is with some other Mezco Batman Rogues. Now let's check him out with some other cloth soft goods 1/12 scale Joker figures. Here he is next to a Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger Joker from Felix Toys. And here he is with some Patriot Studios Joaquin Phoenix, Arthur Fleck, and Joker figures. Then, with a Caillou model, Zack Snyder's Justice League Nightmare Joker. Next, with an SSR Endgame Joker. And finally, with a Joyman Toys Dark Knight Returns Joker. Now let's check him out next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Mezco figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work way larger. But first, let's check him out with some of his Mezco brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figures, all from Mezco Toys. And now, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. Here's Joker next to a can of Tropical 7-Up. And here he is with some Hasbro Marvel Legends and Mayfix Joker figures. And here he is with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. Then, with some Mattel and NECA figures. Now, with some DC Direct and McFarlane Joker figures. And finally, with some Diamond Select Toys and Jack Specific wrestling figures. So overall, this is a very nice Joker figure. The cloth soft goods is fantastic. Articulation's great, sculpted paint job are great. My only real complaint would be, I feel like it's a little bit light on the accessories. I feel like I wish he came with a flower, maybe a Joker fish. There's some other stuff they could have included with him. He does have plenty of stuff, but I don't know, just feel like something's missing. If I were to rate this figure, first thought is 8 out of 10. And you know what? That's where it's going to land. It's a very nice figure. Very nice release. Head looks maybe a little bit cartoonish, but it's part of its charm. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.